Yes, we are live, everybody. Good morning. The host is supposed to be doing this, but I'll let him sit down for a minute. Take a break, Nate. We got this. All right, we are Soulshine. My voice is still bad. Sorry. Can you hear me okay? Yes. I'm doing the best I can. If I don't push it, it sounds better. So how's that sound? Good. All right. Well, Eric's going to take it from here.
Yes. Good God. Let there be sound. I'm not going to do my usual good morning because it'll blow everything out. But okay, I'll do it this way. Good morning, Unity. We are going to do some chants for y'all, and for those of you who are online, this is not the time to go refresh your coffee. This is the time to sing. So
We sing from our feet.
we sing from our feet, not from our seat. We're going to do the first chant. It's called I Start My Day With Love. I'm going to sing it one time through so that everybody who may be new has an idea how it goes. So, and then everybody else can join in after that. So let's get to it. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love.
You sing now. Come on.
I start my day with love, and I start my day with love. That's what I get more of is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. All right, now come on, everybody. Let's do it. Start my day with love. Yes, my day with love. That's what I get more of is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Come on, everybody now. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Come on, everybody now. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. We're going to do another song called Return to Me. And I will sing this one also the same way so everybody new can get an idea how it goes. I don't know why I'm singing like this. Return to me. Return to me. I'll get to it. Take every breath. Return. And begin with me. With every breath. Return. Please join us. Return to me. Return. With every breath, return. With every breath, return. And begin with me. And begin with every breath, return. with every breath return. Return to me, return to me, with every breath return, and begin with me, with every breath return, with every breath return, with every breath return, every breath return, return to me.
Well done. All right. Are they getting younger or am I getting older? Woo! My name's Nate Hitchcock. I'll be your flight attendant on your flight today, Flight 511, Unity Airlines. It's not going well. Okay, we're going to let that go. It's been a day. It's been a day. You know the parents are gone, right? And there was a theater group here, and now I sound like echoey God. There was a theater group here last night, and they threw a kegger. The good old-fashioned parents had a kegger. They didn't throw a kegger. Anyway, it's been a morning, so I apologize for any technical glitches we might have today in advance. I apologize for anyone I may have been gruff with this morning as well, so let me just go ahead and set that intention. If you didn't know where you are today, you're at Unity Spiritual Community of Central Oregon, and we are a wild soul sanctuary. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. Standard operating procedure around here. A really cool guy showed up some years back and taught us our inner howl, and now it's our thing. So I've been doing it for years, and I'm still not quite comfortable with it. So if you're not quite there yet, it'll come. It'll come. All right. Let's set our attention this morning. Like I said, it's been a bit of a morning, and I certainly have been a little bit flummoxed. And I don't know, is anybody else in the same boat trying to get here today, or just me? Oh, good, just me. Whew. All right. Okay, no intention then. All right, we're all set. Everybody's here for a nice spiritual moment in time. We're going to try and align with our inner selves. We're going to go ahead and acknowledge the land that we're standing on right now, and it has been walked on for eons by others. Perhaps not of our flag or race or anything like that. And there will be others, perhaps not of our flag or our race, sometime in the very distant future who will also walk this land. So we want to honor the land itself. Settle into that energy and feel it hold us in this beautiful building. Let's go ahead and let's talk about our chair of remembrance. This is where we can place anyone who's not able to be here with us today, either because they've passed on or because they're not able or perhaps not willing, as the case may be, as much as we may want them here. All right, let's go on to our mission statements. Move the show along. You guys ready to read this together with me? Yeah. Eric, what are we doing? We're standing together to create a global ecosystem of unity, deep wisdom, and loving kindness. All right. Thankfully today we have a professional group of singers. Not such a professional host perhaps today. We have a professional group of singers called Soulshine who are going to come up here and wow us with amazing music. You saw have a little their chance up here earlier. But even better than that, we have Rachelle Indra here as our speaker. And if you caught her, 2 or 3 weeks ago now, first talk here, turns out she's pretty good at this. Yeah, turns out she has some background in this stuff. She's just sort of been hiding there, quiet, reserved, hiding. Yeah. She's a real introvert. Rachelle's going to be our speaker today. Let's let's move on to one of my favorite parts, and that's celebrations. Do I have a Ute or two who wants to pass some microphones around? There's one. All right. Quiet and reserved, this one. All right, okay, you got that one. Is that one unmuted? Let's double check that. No, not quite. All right, so what we do now is this is where we celebrate what is going well for us. So easy. I don't know, am I the only one in the room who has a habit of maybe focusing on what's not going well on a regular basis? Why isn't that microphone working? Why aren't the headphones working in the booth right now? Okay, this is the time where we focus on what is working in our lives. And so you're going to hold that hand up super high so these young ones can see over the crowd, and you're going to tell us what's working for you, and we're going to celebrate that, and we're going to say, let's have some more of that in our lives.
I have a big announcement. Earlier this week, I passed my social work board exam. I am now a licensed clinical social worker.
All right. I forgot to mention, no plugging events. That was on the verge of becoming one. You said, I have an announcement, but you saved it there. Yes.
And all the single fathers too. Big day for us. Today is Kalinda and my 6th wedding anniversary. Woo! So, happy anniversary.
6 years ago already?
Hey everybody,
Where'd those go?
I am celebrating deep breaths. I am the eternal breath. Thank you.
Dave, we're going to beat you. Yesterday was our 39th wedding anniversary.
Do I hear 40? Is there 40? No, we're capping at 39?
If I can get to 6 months in a relationship, I feel good. So I wanted to celebrate that my friends came again to support me. It's very sweet. I like it because I'm stealing them away from you. So I feel like just a couple more times and we can get them. So thanks for coming today.
All right, Leon's got one.
I have a wiggly tooth.
What do we got, Eric?
I want to celebrate. Last week I was in Philadelphia for my 50th high school reunion at Friends Central School, what I used to think of as a small Quaker school in Philadelphia. I got to reconnect with people I literally haven't seen half a century, which is pretty amazing. And 33 of 58 of us showed up, which was a pretty good turnout. And I got to see how the school has grown and expanded. It's an amazingly diverse assemblage of really bright kids in an institution that does good in the world. I was particularly impressed by their robotics team, the Earth Quakers. And I had a marvelous time, and it reminded me of my early roots and setting the vibrations that have expanded and make me feel so at home here.
Well, you got one up in the booth.
This comes from online Leah Napoli. I am celebrating the creativity and community involvement at Rubbish Renewed yesterday. Our own Russell Simpson had a beautiful tapestry on display there, made of reclaimed supplies. That was awesome.
I have a celebration. My celebration is that the nursery got painted its walls and new carpets.
Yep. That was going to be my celebration, but I wanted to thank Cher and Dan and the whole family that put that together. So there's lots of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. So check out the beautiful, beautiful nursery. That's also going to be a meeting room, so we have a beautiful place to meet. And I'm celebrating, I think it's year 53 without my mother, but her love was so strong that it's pulsing through me right now.
Yeah, I wanted to celebrate my mother, who just celebrated her 80th birthday. And then my parents have you beat, because they just celebrated their 53rd wedding anniversary. And to add what's working for me, I just recently had my first really deep, vulnerable conversation with my mother, which was really nice and sweet.
Congratulations
Lots of
on
love
that.
to her.
I just wanted to celebrate a successful launch party for my business and then finding my place in the world other than just being a mom.
I'm celebrating being here with my daughter, my wonderful, beautiful daughter. Her name is Molly. Greet her when you can.
Good morning. I'm celebrating Beltane, the pagan holiday between spring and summer. And last Sunday, we made these beautiful crowns as one of our activities. And I thought it fitting for Mother's Day, so I can celebrate all the mothers, and my late mother and my 2 late sisters. And so today is a beautiful day. Also want to recognize Monica and Colinda for all the work they do on the Earth Care team and the great celebration we had, and as well as announce the weeding party that will be next Saturday here at Unity from 9 to 1. So thank you. Grateful for this community.
I have to start by celebrating the magical energy spinning around right in front of me. It's marvelous. Last week, we certified 212 new Infinite Possibility trainers. It's a global organization, and we do it twice a year. I have a couple people here have mentioned they may want to do it in the future. So let me know if you're into Mike Dooley's stuff. I know people. We can get you certified. The other thing that is a celebration of sorts, May is Brain Cancer Awareness Month, and we have people speaking about it all over the country. And I have been blessed to be asked into rooms of caregivers all over the world and have done 3 talks in the last 2 weeks. And so anyone who has somebody they've lost to brain cancer, anyone that is struggling with it, we do have resources for you. Hit me up, we can talk it through. But I also celebrate the journey of every caregiver that has helped anyone during that difficult time in their life.
All right. We got one more.
I too am celebrating my mother, who made her transition December 5th at 5:55 a.m. and continues to send me beautiful signs that she's around me, including on my drive over here this morning.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right. Now we're going to celebrate the kiddos. Can we have our kiddos up? I'm going to get in on some of this energy. I've always found it to be the opposite. I'm trying to figure out how to receive some of their energy. I've always found it that they pull. Have you guys noticed that about children? All right, can we have Alana's mic up? She's got a quick announcement about our kiddos.
Woo woo. Okay. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. I'm going to hang out with your kids today. So, other than that,
There's a gift.
if you want to hang out with them next week, I'm looking for a volunteer. You can talk to me after service next Sunday. I need a volunteer.
Who's our volunteer for next Sunday? Can we have one right now so we don't have to wait any longer? Come on. Come on, we can do it. There it is.
Well, Tiff is already
No,
working.
Tiff's already doing it.
So,
Tiff, that's not fair.
somebody else.
All right.
It's okay.
No other brave souls in the house tonight. Okay, we're going to need we're going to need the kids' host for next week. Yes.
Okay, thank
We're going
you.
to all head and hold that in our hearts right now. See a brave soul coming forward who loves working with kids to help with the youth program. All right, here we go. Let's bless these kiddos. We appreciate the holy gift you are. We see the divine light shining from you. May you always know what a treasure you are. May you always bring your gifts freely and fully to the world. Namaste. All right. Have fun, kiddos. Everybody's favorite time, announcements. Dun, dun, dun. All right. As always, we have, let's get through this. If you have hearing difficulties, there's a quick QR code in the back. You can scan that, and you can actually get the service pumped through your Bluetooth headphones up through your phone. So if you've got issues with that, Well, wait a couple weeks and talk to Kevin when he gets back. This is occurring to me that I can't help you with that. As always, we have Sound Bath on Sunday evenings. Now Shriman is holding it. I haven't been to one. Has anyone been to Shriman's Sound Bath yet? Yeah? Good stuff? All right. I'm getting some thumbs up from some people in the back in case you're not seeing that. So I guess I need to come in and check it out. Sundays at 6, Sound Baths. They're an amazing way to come get some relaxation, if nothing else. And then on Wednesdays every week, we have our deep dive gathering here. This is more of a meditative service. This is what we like to call our celebration service, where we sort of pump it up and sing and cheer and smile and all that. Wednesdays, we go a little deeper, go within, so you connect with the Spirit that way. Next week, we have Reverend Ruth in town. If you don't know, Reverend Ruth's our interim minister. Pretty awesome, yes? Yes, all right. She's also doing a workshop again afterwards. We don't have the time on that. Probably going to be sometime between noon and 2 would be the start on that, but you really don't want to miss those. Anytime you can spend some time in the presence of Reverend Ruth, I think you're going to be better off for it. So that is next Sunday. She's in town, and she's also giving the talk, so be sure to be here for that. And then today at 12:30, Reverend Beth is doing Dance Your Prayers. There we are. There she is. So we're behind.
Please be there at least by 12:30 because we do an opening circle and instruction.
Awesome. And then Friday the 16th, we have Spring Fling with Donna B. I was at that a few weeks ago. It was only 3 of us. There's some really powerful stuff in there. It needs a bigger group, so definitely want to have some folks show up to that. But there was some really powerful stuff in there, and open your heart up, your voice up, opening yourself up, and becoming more than you are, especially when around the subject of speaking and singing. And obviously, I have limited problems with the former on that, and yet even I benefited from it, honestly, learning some techniques. So come see Donna, and that's Friday. That's this coming Friday, yes? Okay. The math's not working today. So that's Friday the 16th at 6:30, and that's here. All right. Saturday, May 17th, we're going to have another weeding party. Now, Rachelle last week was very clear to mention this is not a weed party, but we had pretty low turnout. So perhaps maybe it needs to be a weeding party. Yeah, so I know, I can attest that there are some in this crowd who are participating in such endeavors, so maybe we'll look at that. So we definitely need some help. We've got one of our members is coming with a trailer to do a big haul out, and you really need bodies when we're filling up a whole trailer full of plant life that has moved on and we're ready to pass out of our lands here. So let's have some good crowd. That's going to be Saturday from 9 to 1. You do not need to be here for the whole thing. If you can show up for just an hour, that's great too, honestly. So anytime between 9 and 1, just to lend a hand and hang around for a little burning afterwards, perhaps. All right. Divine Healers is going to also be on Saturday. That starts at 2. This is an amazing event, and there's an amazing group of people here that are doing amazing things. My wife is one of those, and I buggered up my knee running and then doing too much other things all at once. I got into this whole spring fitness routine again, and turns out I'm over 50, and you've got to get into the spring fitness routine a little bit differently once you hit that mark. She did some work on it with her sound healing and some Reiki, and I swear to God, the next day, everything's back to normal. So that's the kind of stuff you can have happen here at the Divine Healers event. Yes, Matt? 2 to 4. Oh, we're going a little longer. All right. We got more time for healing. All right, so that's 2 to 4, also next Saturday. Last item, Ananda Das is coming to town next weekend. Any Ananda fans in the house? Mm-hmm. If you have not come to see Ananda, definitely want to come. He's amazing voice, yeah?
Not next weekend, the weekend after. Yeah, it's the 28th.
Okay. Not next weekend, the weekend after. Ananda's coming to town. Don't want to miss it. He's doing a special concert, and he's also going to be the guest speaker, and he's obviously going to be performing at the service. So just make sure you're around that weekend. All right. And lots of other stuff. Yes, Eric?
I don't know what the right procedure is for this, so this may be out of step with protocol.
Well, as long as it's not during celebrations, we're all good.
I'm doing, me and Richard are involved, Richard and I, excuse me, are involved in the Cascade Corral, and next Saturday and Sunday, Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 3 p.m., we're doing a really cool Pops concert. That's free, yes.
2 shows.
At 2 shows at First Presbyterian Church.
2 shows, First Presbyterian.
So
Eric and Richard.
this is our last
Making it
chance
happen.
to get a plug in, so I wanted to make sure we
Fantastic. All right. Yes. Cascade Corral. First Presbyterian, 2 shows next weekend. Google it, you'll get it. Probably shouldn't be missed because, well, Eric's going to be singing. Rich, are you playing drums or are you doing something else? Voice. All right. Okay. So we need to get a mic set up over here for him on the drums? I've always been impressed with drummers who can sing at the same time, personally. Let's see that. Okay. As always, check your website. Lots of good stuff going on here. Check the Unity website for all the events and classes. All right. Now, we're excited to announce that we have a couple new members that are coming on up, and we're going to be introducing them. Soulshine didn't get this memo because it came in last minute. One of those 1,000 things that showed up at 9:15 this morning while we're scrambling to undo the kegger that the theater production threw last night. So Sarah's going to come up and introduce some new members. That is Plat 1, please. Nope.
Hello. Hi, good morning. I get the best announcement of all. We have 2 beautiful new members. Tom, do you want to come up? And Joni. Woohoo! Woohoo! Come on up. All right, let me introduce a little bit. Tom was a hospice nurse for many years. He loves bicycling and horseback riding. And his spiritual background, he's been a student of the Dharma since 2000 with experience in the Tibetan, Zen, and secular traditions. He studies the Dharma now, and he says he has a ragged meditation practice. I'm curious about that, a ragged meditation practice. His volunteer interests, he wants, I guess Tom is a drummer, maybe he can tell us more about that. And he wants to start a drumming circle not just for men or just for women, but for everybody. So maybe we can get that going. And he's interested in establishing a spiritual book library. The groups he's interested in are spirit groups, the men's groups, and a seniors group we hope to get going. So Tom, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you all. This is an amazing group of people, and I'm done talking.
You sure? Thank you, Tom. It's wonderful to have you here. And then we have the beautiful Joni Crane. And Joni is a caregiver. She has 2 sons, Jay, 22, and Micaiah, 18, with Jay living at home. Her passions are teaching. Her spiritual background, she was raised Christian. She says she was an atheist in December of 2017, so a shift there. And then she had a very intense 3-day spiritual awakening in November of 2021 that eventually led her here to Unity. Aren't we glad for that? Her volunteer interests are the youth team and kitchen team, and she's diving into both of those. Good for you. And library organization and help, spirit groups and women's groups. So here's Joni.
Hi. I don't want to talk either, but I'm very, very happy to have found you guys, and thank you for helping me to feel normal and to fit in somewhere when I don't normally feel like I fit in. So I just thank you for everything.
Thank you, Joni. All right. We have the coveted name tags for Tom and Joni. Yay. And then we'd like to offer a couple little gifts. Just emblems of whichever one you like there, Tom. just an emblem of the opportunity to grow and nurturance of being in the community, and your plant can go along with you in that experience. So welcome, let's welcome them both.
Thank you, Sarah, and the new members. Always glad to have you guys here. Anybody can relate to trying to feel normal in a not-so-normal world? Yeah? Well, that's the key. Exactly. All right. Let's welcome Soulshine up.
When a star is born, they receive a gift or two. One of them is this: they have the power to make a dream come true. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires, it'll come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do. Fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their secret longing. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. When you wish, when you wish, when you wish upon a star, it doesn't make a bit of difference at all who you are. Any little thing your heart desires, it's gonna come to you. It'll be like a gift on Christmas morning, wrapped up like a present with the magic all around you. And if your heart is in your dream, there ain't a single request you could make in this world that's too extreme. Oh, 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 when you wish upon a star, your as dreamers do. Oh, yeah. Fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their secret longing. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through when you wish upon a star. Your dream come. Yeah, they come true. Whoa.
Woo. Hey, Eric, they're sanding, by the way. So are you guys interested in Cascade Corral next week, maybe? Yeah? What time is that, Eric? For Saturday and Sunday, First Presbyterian. Get some more of it. Thank you again, Soulshine. That was amazing. All right, not to be outdone. Let's have a big round of applause for Rachelle Indra, who needs no introduction.
Woo! Thank you. I feel like I'm the perfect speaker to have on the day when we're worried about mic issues. So we're not gonna have to worry about that. I am a little worried though. Oh, I don't know how to make this go down. Oh, thank you, thank you. See, we're such a community here. Thank you, appreciate that. I am a little worried about doing this only because Charlotte in the front row has eggs under her seat. And that is terrifying. So I'm gonna do, and when I brought it up to her, she was like, "Oh, you weren't supposed to see that." I was like, "Oh God, that's even more scary." So I'm gonna try to do the best I can on this. So, welcome everybody. As Nate said, thank you. I am the shy girl at church, so this is very awkward for me. I'm Rachelle Indra. And this is a perfect month for me to be doing a talk because it is on inspiration. And as a life coach, this is how I pay my mortgage. This is what I do, is help people with inspiration. And when we think about inspiration, I found this quote that I really liked about what inspiration is. It says, fill someone with the urge or ability to do or feel something, especially something creative. And I love that. And as a life coach, you'd be surprised how many people come to me and say, "Oh, I really want to do this thing, but I can't because. Oh my God, I would totally have done this in my life, but. Oh, this is that thing that's stopping me." Why you think you can say that to a life coach? I have no idea. As if I'm just gonna be like, yeah, no, of all the people I've helped, you're the one I can't. Absolutely, there's a place for you on my website, the one that can't be helped. But it's amazing how many people come to me day after day and say, oh, I can't, or oh, I will, or oh, someday. And so I started making a list of all the things people say to me about why they can't do the thing, have the thing, be the thing, embody the thing, make the thing. Things like, and by the way, I'm sure nobody in here has one of these, but this is just my clients, right? Totally different. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough support. I don't have enough tools. I don't have the education. I don't have the freedom.
None of these people, I know. Then my other favorite is I'll do it when. I'll do it when's are great. I'll do it when my health improves. I'll do it when my kids grow up. I'll do it when I get married. I'll do it when I get divorced. I'll do it when my mother dies. Was several, which I feel like is really awkward on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Especially to my mother who's watching. This is not my list. Unless you talk about my weight again at Thanksgiving, and then this is definitely my list. Love you, Mom. I'll do it when I'm not depressed. I'll do it when there's a new president. I'll do it when the tariffs fix everything. I'll do it when I have time, when the time is right. Right? We've heard a lot of these. And here's the thing. We actually need restriction to be creative. I'll give you an example. If I gave everybody here a pencil and paper and said, make something inspirational, make something creative, make something in 5 minutes that no one's ever thought of before, that you have never thought of until this exact moment, and make it different than anybody else here can make. That would be really, really hard. But if I gave you a piece of paper and a pencil and I said, 5 minutes, give me a story about the daily life of a princess in Zambia. Might not be the best thing in the world, might be the best thing in the world, but you could probably do that. And it would be different than every other person's here. We need restriction. Ask somebody who's been retired for a long time, that had all these ideas of the things that they were going to do in retirement. They got them done the first 3 months, and now what? And they can't think of anything to do, right? I learned this need for restriction firsthand when I went to film school. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute. You're a life coach. You used to work in comedy. You were a writer, and you worked in the film industry, but we thought you were 19. I know. Not 19. I'm a 300-year-old witch. With a W, by the way. So I'm a 300-year-old witch, so I did go to film school and worked for a decade in the film industry in Los Angeles. And I went to film school to be a music video director. For those of you who the year you were born has a 2 in front of it, you can Google what a music video is. They were really cool back in the day. But I went to school to be a music video director. I was so excited. And then I realized that I really, really love money and telling people what to do. Those are my favorite. So my professor said, you should be a producer, and put me on to the producer track, which is what I did for a decade in film industry in LA, pre-production and post-production producer. But when I was in school, I got the opportunity to be the producer of a 48-hour film, to make a film in 48 hours. It's a competition. And all the schools in Southern California get together, and they play off of each other, and they do this competition to see who's best. High pressure, high stakes, because every head of every school wants to win. It's a big deal. So they give you all the resources, they pick their team. I was honored to be the producer that runs this whole thing. The great thing about a 48-hour film competition is it takes about 60 hours because you don't wake up and it starts. So wake up, you got some stuff going on, then you do it, and then there's the after part. So the nice thing is that you're awake for 60 hours, but you don't start hallucinating till about hour 40. So you get most of it done, and you're totally fine. No big deal. I could do that at 22. Not anymore. But the great thing that I loved about it was a container that forced you to be creative quickly, right? It takes, by the way, 1 year to 3 years to make a movie, and we're doing it in 2 days. So literally, we walk up, we have our whole team with us, they hand me the envelope, we open the envelope, it has an idea. You need to use 3 locations. I hand it immediately to my writer, and we are going. We are absolutely going. The whole team is there and ready. And I learned very quickly that if I kept my face neutral, I didn't look disappointed in anything, and I told everybody that their ideas were amazing, I could get the most incredible work out of these people. And once I knew they were capable of it, the rest of the year, I didn't let them settle. I didn't let them rest on their laurels, because now I knew what they were capable of. So I would just sit there doing this, which is really, really annoying. But I would just do this to remind everybody that we are busy, and I would just stand in front of my writer and say, okay, great idea, we're not gonna use it. Great idea, we're not gonna use it. Great idea, Devin, take that. Great idea, Sarah, take that. And we just keep going like that because we are in community and everybody wants to help. And if I can get them moving fast enough, I can keep the smoke detector away. Now, you should all know what the smoke detector is because you all watched my talk 3 weeks ago, right? We know what the smoke detector is. If I start screaming tuna fish right now, some of you are gonna be like, I know what that is. People who didn't see my talk, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go back and watch. But I talk about your ego. Ego meaning the voice in your head that's talking to you all the time and saying mean things. And your ego is like a smoke detector. It's there to help you, right? You wake up at 2 in the morning, the smoke detector is going off, you run out of the house, you call 911, and you're so grateful you had a smoke detector. But you're trying to cook on a date and things start to burn and the smoke detector goes off, you're not so thrilled with that, right? But you know what it is. You know that alarm sound, but you know you're okay, and you know that you don't have to run out of the house screaming. So you say, yeah, I got it, but I'm gonna do this thing over here. It's just like the ego. We choose to listen to it or not listen to it. It's gonna blare either way. But if I can just stay neutral and keep everybody moving, we can move faster than the smoke detector can get us. Because here's the thing, the smoke detector is your security system. It blares very, very loudly all the time, right? It's talking to you right now. It said 50 things right now to you about me standing on stage. It's always going. It's always trying to keep you safe. Now your creativity is like, hi, do you need me? Hi, is there room for me? Is there time for me? But it will always take a back seat to the screaming. As it should, because if you are running out of your house at 2 in the morning because there's a fire and you're like, oh my God, do I have the dogs? Do I have the kids? Where's my husband? You don't want your creativity to kick in immediately and be like, oh, you know what? In 5th grade, I wrote that story and I have a better ending to it. I should think about that right now. This is the perfect time. No, you don't want that. You want your alarm system to kick in first, but you also get to decide to not listen to it and listen to the creativity. I had a lighting guy that I worked with on this. He never spoke. He hated the sound of his voice, and he thought every one of his ideas was stupid. But we were moving so fast, and we needed so much out of everybody, and we were so exhausted, and we were so hungry, and we were college students, so we were so broke, and our egos were busy doing other things that he would come up with the most incredible ideas. Like, we were going to be using a Catholic church, and then I sent my team to the Catholic church, and the Catholic church is like, yeah, no, I'm sorry, you can't film in here. Totally understand. And he's immediately like, oh, I know somebody at a synagogue. We can get in there. And I was like, awesome, the family we're shooting now, okay, great. They're now Jewish. Get me a yarmulke. Let's go mazel tov. And everybody went to the synagogue to start working. We can outrun it. I had a set of editors, sound design, sound mixers, and color correctors. Ex-husband and wife would absolutely not work together. But I could pressure them into it because I'm lovely. I could pressure them into it for doing the competition because they were working so fast, they were working so hard that they didn't have time to hate each other. And they knew each other incredibly well. So they worked faster than any other team because they had worked together for years. So if I could just keep them moving fast enough, okay, she's gonna need this sound here, so I'm gonna put this here for her, I'm gonna move this over here for him, he's gonna need this. But they were so quick when I could get them out of the ego. So it's so important that we give ourselves that kind of structure. Like I said, then for the rest of the time in school, I knew what they were capable of, I knew what they could do. Another one that comes up for me, which I find really interesting, and it's Mother's Day, is mompreneurs. Does anybody know what mompreneurs are? These are mothers who decide to start a business during motherhood, oftentimes early childhood motherhood. This is crazy that you would do this. This is the time when you are sleep deprived, you don't have money, you don't even have your own body. Like, there are spider monkeys like crawling up your body. I don't know how children work, but I assume that's like how they work. I've seen children on TV, it's fine. But you are so exhausted. And your ego is working so hard, just like keep them alive, stay awake, keep them alive, stay awake, keep them alive, that it gives room for the creativity. It gives room for that inspiration, for that desire to come up. And so we have mompreneurs. In the most stressful time of your life, there are women who say, and somebody said it earlier today, I freaking launched my business and I'm a mom. Like, what? That's insane. But that's what comes out of us. Also, people in prison will talk about the silence, the void. Every single thing has been taken away from you. You don't choose anything about your life. And for some people, the demons come. And I totally understand that. And for some people, inspiration comes. When the ego has nothing left to talk about, you get that moments of silence. You get that moment of clarity. And when we hear these wonderful stories, a lot of people in prison start things in prison, or they get out and they start some amazing business, or they write that amazing novel that was just brewing in them the whole time because they have restriction. Now, I have dated a lot of men with motorcycles. Why, you ask? I love toxic men. That's my favorite. I've gotten better, though. Now I just hand them my card instead of my phone number. So my father is very proud of me for that. See? Look, everybody can grow. So I've dated a lot of men with motorcycles and then gotten to know their friends and gotten to know some people who own motorcycle shops, and I started to notice a pattern. I started to notice my toxic patterns, obviously, but I started to notice this pattern with the men that I dated and the men that I met, and it was ADD and ADHD. And I would ask my partners, like, what is it you love about riding a motorcycle? And they would say, the fact that I can't hear the voices. So we think our smoke detector is bad. When you have ADD, not only is your smoke detector yelling at you all the time, it's saying, look over there, 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 look over there. It is absolute chaos all the time. Just the simplest amount of focusing is incredibly taxing, incredibly challenging. I'm a firm believer that the reason our egos give us ADD and ADHD is so that we never get to feel the feeling of accomplishment. Because if your ego can keep you looking in all directions all the time, then you will never get to feel accomplished, which means hopefully, to the ego, you will never get to feel satisfied, and then you will never get to have self-love. Because if you have self-love, maybe you won't listen to that ego voice anymore. Right? We talked about that before in my last talk, about how the ego voice wants to stay in control. It wants to keep you unhappy so that you listen to it. And so these men I dated would say that when they're on the bike and they're going so fast, and being on a motorcycle is a life and death situation every single time you are on, the ego gets to do the thing that the ego is best at, which is survival. So that ego stops chatting in your head about what the girlfriend said, what work, what your childhood, all this, and it's just focused on keeping that on the road. It's just focused on base jumping and the velocity at which you're headed towards the ground. People will even talk about this who live here about mountain biking, right? Really stressful mountain biking. There's a calmness there. People who fly out of airplanes, there's a calmness. All I'm focused on is the wind, the ground, and I'm assuming that cord, right? It makes all that other stuff go away. It makes the ego quiet. Now, I don't want to get emails that you guys are going to send me saying, oh, you guys, Rachelle became a base jumper in order to deal with my ego, right? I don't need somebody emailing me and being like, my grandfather has started to jump out of airplanes in order to deal with his ego. We don't need that. So I'll tell you the same thing that I tell the men that I dated who drove motorcycles. I said, well, I hear you on this, but you spent $25,000 on a motorcycle. You could have spent $25,000 in therapy and kept your girlfriend. Shocking, they chose the motorcycle. I don't know why. So therapy is a great place to go to start looking at the ego and to start looking at the decision to not listen to it. Because the ego will tell you, I'm not a voice in your head, I'm you. Every time it says, I'm you. There's no voice, there's no one else here, it's just you. But you are the person that hears that voice. You are the person that hears those thoughts, and you get to choose whether or not to listen to those. Therapy is great. Life coaching is great. Spirituality is great to help. But so is what we're doing here today. So is just talking about it. Working in mental health, I love the saying that shame can only exist in the dark. And once you bring it to the light, it dissipates. It's like that with the ego. The ego keeps telling you, I'm you, I'm you. You have to listen to me. But when we start talking about, when we start remembering that it's just a voice in our head, it's just an alarm system that's trying to save us, we can choose not to listen. And it loves puzzles. It loves restrictions. And it will tell you, you can't get past those restrictions. It will tell you that there's always a reason to stop. There's always a reason to stay still. There's always a reason to stay small. And then there's creativity. That says, hi, wow, challenges? Cool. I love challenges. And if we can keep that ego busy, or we can choose not to listen to it, we can find that inspiration to get past those challenges, to work perhaps within those challenges, within those restrictions. So I invite you to make your list of all the reasons why you can't, or all the reasons why someday, because everybody here has something. Something you want to accomplish, something you want to do, something you want to feel, something you want to embody, and a reason why, or many reasons why. I challenge you to make that list. And then if you can, get together with a friend, get together with a family member, a coworker, and brainstorm. Hey, I brought my list. Have them bring their list of their thing. And then brainstorm together. Use your creativity together. Because when you bounce ideas off of each other, they lead to more inspiration. My creativity loves your creativity. We get to be creative together. So being like, okay, these are my restrictions. These are my boundaries. These are what my ego is telling me are the reasons why I can't do the thing. And then brainstorm all the ways you can. Invite your creativity online, and then turn around and do it for them. See what happens. Thank you.
Silence. It's part of the creative process. Let's have our eyes closed right now if you feel comfortable doing that. Let's feel our feet on this grand planet that we get to hang out on. Breathe into your belly and let go of any belief system you have that you're not creative. If the word painting or singing or toning really makes you scared, let it go. David Darling used to say, it's our birthright to sing because we come out of that belly and we're singing, right? So it's an opportunity today, Mother's Day, to mother that part of you that is so creative. It is so creative. So I'm gonna be singing with the singing bowl, and this is the debut of this singing bowl coming out, this particular one in key of E. And as you're hearing the bowl and you're going to your favorite place in nature, Go to that thing that might kind of be bothering you about your belief system, about your creativity, and say hello, and then let it go. And then say hello, and then let it go. Let it go. Hey, 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 hey. Release. Let it go. Hey, 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 hey. We are sound and frequency. And as you're on your journey, I want you to come back into your body. I want you to open your eyes and stand up. And when you stand up, I want you to sing as if you are releasing any tension, any belief system you've ever had in the most beautiful way, in the most resonant way. So please stand up if you feel inspired. And that's what we're here, we're inspired today. Hey, 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 hey. Let it go. Hey, 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 let it go. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. As you go back to your seat, maybe try waking up this week, singing to the sun, singing to that part of you that is infinitely, infinitely creative. Do not forget that. Mother that part of you, love that part of you, and create magic. And as Rachelle said, find some other people to do it.
To arise. Blackbirds sing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly. Blackbird fly into the light of a dark singing the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise.
Well, I'm happy to do a prayer for all of you. I thought about the theme of inspiration, and for me that means being in the flow. I'm not talking about the rapids, okay? Talking about the flow, gentle flow. And I've been studying the Tao for quite a while, and we talk about unity prayer, and I thought I'd bring in something a little different because the Tao and unity are both about letting go and being in the flow. So I pulled up a Taoist prayer for you today. In the stillness of the morning light, I seek the wisdom of the Tao, the eternal flow that guides all things, whispering secrets in the rustling leaves. I open my heart to the harmony of nature, embracing the gentle breeze and the warmth of the sun. May I find clarity in the simplicity of life and the courage to face uncertainty. O great Tao, the source of all creation, help me see the beauty in every moment, to find joy in the ordinary and strength in the quiet spaces of my mind. As the river flows effortlessly to the sea, teach me to move with grace through challenges, to let go of what no longer serves me and to trust in the unfolding of my path. May I be a vessel of compassion and kindness, reflecting the light of the Tao in my actions. Inspire me to share my gifts with the world and to walk gently upon this earth. With gratitude for the lesson of today, I embrace the journey ahead. And may each step be guided by wisdom and my spirit be nourished by the eternal Tao. And now is also a time for the offering and for prayers. For prayers. And that's the green sheet that Joanne's holding up very high. Yeah. Where do I get these cues from? I don't know. So take out the pens or the green sheet behind the seat and take this time to fill out one of the prayers, please. And the prayers will be prayed over by the prayer council for 7 days, and they'll be sent on to Unity, Silent Unity, and they'll pray over them for 30 days. So there are going to be a lot of blessings accruing.
Let's sing the prayer song. Breathe in and know I am.
Be still and know I am. Let go and know I am.
All right, you can applaud. Yeah. One of those funny little moments. It's a very deep, meaningful song. You're like, should we applaud for that? I don't know. Well, we can applaud for that because it's an amazing song, and they do such wonderful things with it. We mentioned those green prayer forms. My beloved wife is on the prayer team here, and the number of prayers that have been coming in have basically plummeted, to be quite frank with you. And the prayer team's kind of sad about that because they are here for you, and they want these prayers to come in. So any sort of reservations you might have about not filling out one of those things, maybe, I don't want to bother them. They want to be bothered. So pull out those green prayer forms, fill them out, claim what you want to see happen. We don't need to hear a story about what led you to this need, for this want, just what you're looking for. As Jane always liked to say, when you're going and ordering a pizza, you don't tell them what you did all day that got you hungry to get there. You say, I would like one with everything. Yes? If you're with Unity, you're one with everything. All right. So fill those out. The baskets are going to come around a little bit, and you can pop those in there, and the prayer team will pray on those. But now's the time we like to welcome any new guests, new visitors. Anybody in the house for the first time today who's courageous enough to admit that? There's one over here in the corner. We've got some blue cards. There's another one. Tiff brought a guest. There's a blue card in that seat in front of you. You can fill that out, put your contact information on there. Eric's holding one up. Most important thing on there is your email address, because it'll get you on our weekly mailing list, and you can hear about what's happening here. Weed and weeding parties on weekends and things like that. This is also a great time where we love our new visitors to maybe hold the mic in their hand and introduce themselves if you're courageous enough. Are you willing? Yeah? All right. It only takes one to start, and then the rest start falling like dominoes. So just your name and where you're from and how you found us today.
My name is Hayden. I'm originally from Austin, Texas. I've lived out here for about 7 months now. I do wildland firefighting in the summers and found y'all online. My uncle has been going to Unity churches for a long time. And I felt like I was kind of holed up in my own life and not really expanding out to the community. So I felt like I was in need of finding new people, and this has felt like a very welcoming place already, so thank y'all.
Fantastic. Thanks, Hayden. Glad you're here. And I know you wanted to, but a round of applause for what he's doing for us all summer long. Yes? Thank you. Anybody else feeling the courage? Feeling the Tiff? Can you twist his arm a little bit? No? All right. I'm not going to go there. All right. Well, we're so glad to have you guys here. You might feel comfortable in the weeks ahead to introduce yourself formally to us. But again, fill out those blue cards, pop them in the basket. It's going to come around in a little bit. And speaking of, can we have the greeters come on up for our offering? Now's the time where we get to give back. I'm listening to a fascinating book called Infectious Generosity from the guy who's been running the TED Talks for the last 20 years. And TED started out actually as a for-profit venture, and they were trying to figure out how to expand its breadth in the world, and it turns out giving it away for free was the key. It went from a tiny little exposition they would put on, actually stood for technology, entertainment, and design, if you didn't know that. So it was something completely different than what it ended up becoming. And when they decided to give it away is when it really took off. And so if you have a financial situation in your life that perhaps is maybe not taking off for you in the proper direction, this is a tough one. But if you love something, you got to set it free and let it flow. And let it flow. There's a lot of wealthy people in the audience tonight who can attest to this, that you have to let it go before it comes back to you multiplied and abundantly. Yes. So this is a great opportunity to send your money to something that perhaps is doing right by the world. Imagine what it was like if the entire town of Bend came to a service every Sunday like this. Yeah? How different this town might be if everybody came and perhaps thought about oneness and unity and spent time in places like this. And so to expand that exposure to things, wonderful things like this is how we do it. We need your help. So basket's going to head out. Let's fill those up with all your love and your energy and your support. Thanks, guys. And Soul Shine's going to give us some background music while we send these around.
I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you. And I just want to say thank you. And I just want to say thank you for it all. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Thank you for it all. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. And I just want to say thank you. Muchas gracias. I just want to say thank you. Merci beaucoup. I just want to say thank you for it all. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Thank you for it all. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Mahalo. Thanks a lot. I got gratitude in my heart, gratitude in my soul, baby. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say, and thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Thank you for it all.
All right after service, we're going to have a competition with Eric and Rachelle. They're going to see if they can break a sound meter.
Wait, what are we, how are we?
You know, you guys have some powerful voices.
Hey,
and they're playing with each other. All right. Good morning, Unity. All right, let's bless these gifts. From the love of pure spirit within us, we bless these gifts. We send them forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly, and so it is. All right. Thank you, greeters. These baskets full of goodies. All right. Now's the time where we read our prayer of intention, and this is our intention for the week. Again, as we all know, it's easy when you get back out there to get lost in all the chaos and the madness and the craziness out there. And that's just at the roundabout. So let's hold this in us and shine that love in the world as we go out there this week. Holy light shines within and all around me, a presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world. I go forth here in joy to bless this world with my loving light. Thank you, everyone. Go bless that world with your loving light. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Whoa, yeah. I got gratitude in my heart. One more time. Gratitude in my soul, baby. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. Have a great week. I just want to say thank you for it all. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Thank you